So if we look at this a little further, remember I told you that it's not God that's causing these physical judgments. The judgment that you see that is associated with God is this water. But it's not going to be the physical water that was sent to destroy a city. It's going to be this water word that's binding them. And this deep that covers them, like we showed you, is all that symbolism, all that's connected to the seal. All that's connected to, the symbolism for the abyss, that they're being bound in the depths of these waters, the very depths of the word of Jesus Christ. And that while they're in these depths of the waters, the abyss, they are fervently working through whoever will channel their unholy presence, whoever wishes to make contact through ritual occult geometry. They're working through these people to undo this hex, this hexagon, this seal that's upon them. So that's the part that God's responsible for. In giving us dominion over the earth, we've been given dominion over these terrestrial energies and even these terrestrial spirits that have been bound on earth. So you can see there's always a double going on here. So they want you to believe that, yeah, God's doing all this physical destruction so that you can understand the real spiritual significance of what's being done, the real binding that's being done. So now we see that this water binding, the seal, is now causing to continue to bring them down with them that descend into the pit, the people of the old times. So there is this periodic destruction. As you see, we get these civilizations that are being destroyed, places that are desolate of old. It's periodically, it's cyclically. Now that's what the destruction, as I said, that they're causing. It's basically telling you that once this destruction takes place, these beings appear. The destruction takes place by the kings of the earth to bring them about. It's to weaken the people. And once they can create the destruction of civilizations and weaken the people, then these beings appear, the supposed master race, as the saviors and the enlighteners. Well, we find out that they are unable to maintain their point above ground for very long. And that's because of that water line, that water word. People do have dominion over them. And so they go back down into the ground again. And then they pull the cycle again. They let mankind advance in civilization, but yet they're trying to, in a sense, constrict, that progress so that mankind doesn't really fully realize the spiritual power. And then once mankind gets to the point at that world age, then they appear again, try to get mankind to worship them. Mankind does not, and then they have to go back into the ground again, and this keeps happening over and over again. And then this final one, they believe that they're going to be able to pierce through the crown chakra and maintain their superiority, their dominion in the material indefinitely. That's what's happening. So these physical destructions are taking place. As time progresses, they become more destructive against the populations of the world. And then at these times, these beings try to rise up, but yet they have to go back down. And that's because of that seal. So once the populations start, realizing, coming to their senses, and they realize who they are, well, then these beings go back down again. And then they have to perform the cycle all over and try to continually get the world to the stage and escalate it to this point, raise the vibration to this point to where they believe they'll be able to maintain their dominion on the surface in the material indefinitely. And that's exactly what this is telling you. When I shall bring thee down with them that descend into the pit with the people of old time, shall set them in the low parts of the earth in places desolate of old, with them that go down to the pit. All right? That's continually what's happening. There's a cycle. They're coming up. They're trying to trick the world and maintain dominance. They're unable to, so they have to go down, and they complete the cycle again, or they complete the cycle all over again, over and over, until they eventually think that they've weakened us so much that, they'll get to that point right there, the crown chakra. That's where we are now. So do you think that they are going to win? Nope, I don't. I know they're going to lose.